Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're digging into something pretty fundamental. Those common English conversations you have in the office every day.
Exactly.
Think of this as, well, a practical guide to handling those everyday moments that really add up to how confident and, effective you feel at work.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We've all had those moments, haven't we? Where you're just not quite sure how to phrase something. Looking at these common scenarios helps us be, well, more intentional, more effective communicators.
Right.
We'll be focusing on some key points in the typical workday.
Yeah, we're going to look closely at a few situations, like starting with just saying hello in the morning, then maybe shifting into, say, a team meeting dynamic.
Which can be tricky.
For sure. And also those casual chats, coffee break stuff. We'll even touch briefly on email, though that's really a whole other topic.
It is, yeah.
But the main goal, our mission today, is to give you some really useful phrases, some dialogue examples, so you feel more comfortable, more understood in those English-speaking office settings.
Okay, so let's start right at the beginning. That first interaction in the morning. You bump into a colleague. We've got a little exchange here between Anurag and Anu.
Okay, setting the scene. Start of the day.
Anurag kicks it off. Simple, direct. Good morning, Anu.
Nice and standard.
It is, but that first greeting, it really does set the tone, doesn't it?
It really does. And Anu comes back with, good morning, Anurag, how are you today? So it's not just hi back, it's asking, showing a bit of interest. What's the effect of just adding that little, how are you?
Well, that small question, even if the answer is just fine, it adds to what some people call psychological safety at work.
Okay.
It sort of signals, I see you as a person, not just someone doing tasks. And over time, that can really help build a more positive, collaborative vibe.
That makes a lot of sense. So Anurag answers, I'm good, thanks. A bit tired, though. Worked late last night. You. So he gives a real answer, a little detail, and then he throws the question back. Why is that back and forth important?
That reciprocity, asking back, shows you're actually engaged. It's mutual respect, really.
Yeah.
It keeps the conversation going, makes it a proper dialogue, not just question, answer, stop. Reinforces that social connection.
Got it. Then Anu says, I'm okay. I'm preparing the report for today's meeting. Quick update on what she's doing, and then she pivots. By the way, did you get my email? Very practical. Is that a good way to ask?
Yeah, by the way, is a great little phrase there. It softens it, makes it feel less like a demand, like check my email now, and more just a natural thing to ask while they're chatting. It connects the social bit with the work bit smoothly.
Okay. And Anurag's reply, yes, I saw it this morning. I'll review it after my coffee. He confirms, but also gives a time frame. What's the value in adding that bit about the coffee?
The time frame. That helps manage expectations, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Anu knows roughly when she might hear back. It reduces that uncertainty, maybe stops her from having to chase him up again straight away. It's just efficient, really. Small detail, big help for workflow.
And then he clarifies something else. Perfect. The client presentation is at 11 a.m., right? Just checking a key detail.
Anu confirms and adds that crucial timing. Yes, and we need to be ready by 10:30.
Wow.
So look at that. That short little morning chat covered greetings, checking in, task updates, confirming an email, and clarifying meeting times.
Yeah, it packs a lot in. Really shows how even quick chats can be super efficient and build relationships. Okay, let's switch things up. Move into a more formal space. The team meeting.
Right, different dynamic here. Clarity, conciseness, that's key.
Yeah.
So we've got a snippet. Anu's leading, Anurag's giving an update.
Okay. Anu just starts. All right, team. Let's start. Anurag, can you give us a quick update? Pretty standard, clear kickoff. Directs the conversation.
Yep, and Anurag jumps in.
Right.
Sure, we completed the market analysis yesterday. The results are positive. The demand has increased by 15%. See how we get straight to it? Key info, specific number, positive result. Why does that work so well in a meeting?
Well, it respects everyone's time, right? No rambling. It's clear, easy to grasp, and that number, 15%, makes it concrete. Lets the meeting keep moving.
Exactly. Then Anu follows up. That's great. Did the design team finish the product mock-up? A direct question about another team's progress. Very focused.
And Anurag's answer, not yet. They asked for 2 more days. It's direct, but he gives a reason. Is adding that reason important?
It often is, yeah. Even a short reason like they asked for more time can stop follow-up questions right there.
Okay.
It shows there's a reason, not just a random delay. Helps keep things smooth, avoids potential frustration, maybe.
Makes sense. Anu then gives a clear instruction. Okay, please follow up with them. We need the final version by Friday. clear action, clear deadline.
Super clear. No room for misunderstanding there. That's what you need in meetings, actionable language, specific times.
And then Anurag rounds it off. I'll do that. Also, I have a suggestion regarding the promotion strategy. So he confirms the action, then politely flags he wants to add something new. What's good about how he introduces that suggestion?
I have a suggestion regarding, it's a nice transition, isn't it?
Yeah.
It signals he's shifting gears, but without disrupting things too much. It's polite, ensures his idea gets noticed, but doesn't totally derail the mock-up discussion. And saying, regarding the promotion strategy, clearly flags the topic. Very efficient.
This little meeting bit really highlights that need for, clarity, keeping it brief, but also being polite.
Okay, what about those less formal moments, like bumping into someone in the break room?
Ah, yes. Casual chats. These are honestly so important for building that team spirit, that positive workplace culture. We've got Anurag and Anu again.
Okay, Anurag starts it. Hey, Anu, taking a break. Simple, friendly, low-pressure opener?
And Anu keeps it similar. Yeah, just grabbing a cup of tea, you. See how she mirrors his casual tone? And asks back. That builds rapport.
Right, the reciprocity again. Anurag says, same here. By the way, are you joining the team dinner on Saturday? This feels like a very natural way to bring up an invitation, doesn't it? In that relaxed setting. Totally. And Anu's response, yes. I heard it's at Green Park Cafe. Shows enthusiasm. Confirms a detail she already knew. It's also how info gets shared informally sometimes.
Good point, Anurag adds. Exactly. It'll be fun to hang out outside work. Just reinforcing that social side.
And Anu agrees. Definitely. We all need a break sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
It's just acknowledging that shared need for downtime, right? Strengthens that connection. So what's the big picture value of these little chats? They seem so minor.
But they're not, are they? These casual moments, they really build team cohesion. They can actually make the formal stuff, like meetings, work better too.
How so?
Well, if you have that friendly relationship with colleagues, you're probably more comfortable asking questions, collaborating, solving problems together later on. It builds trust, that feeling of belonging.
That makes perfect sense. Those little connections really can lift the whole atmosphere at work. Okay, so to kind of cement some of this, let's maybe pose a few questions for you, the listener, based on what we've covered.
Yeah, think of these as little check-ins. Test yourself. First one. You need an update on a task from someone. What's a good, polite, but concise way to ask? Thinking back to that team meeting example.
Good one. And how about this? You send an important email. You need to know if they got it, but you don't want to sound pushy. What phrase could you use? Remember Anurag and Anu in the morning.
Right, that, by the way, approach, perhaps. Okay, last one. You're in a meeting, you've got a great idea, but someone else is talking, or you just want to introduce it smoothly. How do you do that politely, like Anurag did with his suggestion?
Exactly. These aren't really a quiz, more prompts to get you thinking, recalling those phrases, and picturing how you might use them.
Okay, so as we start to wrap up this deep dive, we really hope you've picked up some useful bits and pieces for handling those everyday English conversations at the office. The whole idea was to give you practical tools, boost that confidence a bit.
And the absolute key thing now is practice. Try using some of these phrases, maybe even, run through some of these little dialogues in your head or with a friend. The more you actually speak the language, the more natural it just becomes.
Definitely. And looking ahead, our next deep dive, we're going to tackle another really key communication challenge, the job interview.
Ah, yes.
We'll focus on common questions and how to frame effective answers in English. So definitely tune in for that one.
Absolutely. So until then, keep practicing, keep talking with your colleagues, and just remember, steady effort, that's what leads to improvement with spoken English. It really does.
That's it for this deep dive. Thanks for joining us, and we'll connect with you next time.